Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan, and this week we have our second movie review of a movie that's still in theaters, not a movie that we're watching.
Yeah, so this one we haven't seen before.
Yes, we haven't seen before.
We should brand them like, we haven't seen them. Something like
we probably
that.
should.
Yeah, we'll figure out a name soon
No,
enough.
we won't.
Nope.
No. Anyway, so we are seeing Uncharted. And this movie has a lot of, not a lot of hype around it, but it's another Tom Holland movie, so it's going to have a lot of hype around it.
Yeah, just because he's like one of the biggest stars working right now.
Honestly, yeah.
After Spider-Man No Way Home,
yeah.
I don't know how you can't be know his name yet.
And ironically, he filmed this movie before Spider-Man No Way Home.
That's ironic.
Yeah, I know, it's really funny.
Wow. Pandemic must have hit this one hard.
Yeah, it did. It just kept getting pushed back and just...
Yeah.
Wow. Or just maybe it has a lot of CGI work. We don't know.
No, we don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, let's get to our review about Uncharted right now. So let's get it.
So before we actually give our review of the movie, we want to introduce a couple theories that we might have going into the movie before.
Yeah, we want to start doing this with movies we haven't seen. So
we did this with Scream.
Yes.
Before.
And we're going to do this with all the upcoming movies we're going to be doing. So Uncharted. We are looking at a Screen Rant article right now because I've played the game before.
Yeah, I haven't. I know nothing about Uncharted other than the guy's Nathan Drake. His mentor is Sully, and he's just male version of Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Or Lara Croft, my bad.
Yeah. Also, it's got some Indiana Jones aspects into it too as well.
Right. That may or may not play into our theories.
Yeah, it may or may not. But yeah, so Nathan Drake. Yeah, so I haven't played all the games. I played some of them, but that's not the point. So the first little theory we got here is that this is going to be, a prequel to the games, which I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be a prequel to the games. Because,
yeah, well, okay, so I have this theory kind of ties into another theory that I have, where so another theory that you have is that Sam Drake is going to show up.
Yeah, so Sam Drake might show up. As we're led to believe, Sam Drake is only seen in flashbacks until the fourth game, Thief's End, and he's believed to be dead before the events of the first one. But in all reality, he was actually just captured.
So he only shows up in flashbacks in the game, right?
Yes, at least the first game. I've only really played the first game, and I saw him in flashbacks. Yes.
Okay. So we're led to believe that he's dead.
Yes.
And maybe we've never seen him interact with Nathan Drake, right?
No, not present day.
In present day.
Drake,
so that leads to my theory that we're going to see Sam Drake show up in this movie, and this is going to be his how he gets captured or whatever happens to him. He's believed to be dead by the end of the first game.
Very possible. That could be pretty cool. We're also not seeing Sully with a mustache either. So,
right.
Although one of the trailers did show him with a mustache at one point, so it will be theirs at some point.
Yeah, well, isn't that's kind of like Sully's thing, right?
Yeah,
the mustache. All right.
He's also a lot older than Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Where I had a theory. We can squash this right now because it's basically it has very thin. But I had a theory that this wasn't Nathan Drake, and this was or Tom Holland wasn't playing Nathan Drake. It was just because they never say his name in the trailer.
Nope, they don't.
And they don't. There might be a piece of paper I saw really quickly that might have his name on a plane ticket or something. Mm-hmm. But that's all the evidence that this is Nathan Drake. So I'm not a huge thing. Is there another person that could potentially be that? No. Okay. So yeah, we can squash that right now.
No, we're squashing that because first of all, they name drop Sully.
Yeah, Sully, Sam.
Yeah.
Other people.
I don't think. They mentioned
you know
his
my brother Sam.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, they mentioned that in the trailer. So it's no, it's Nathan.
So my theory that I have, I'm going to throw this one out here. It's connected, or it's in the same universe as Indiana Jones. Just because I think that's just a cool idea. They could do that just because. Is this owned by the same company? You think? Is this Universal?
This is Sony. So
Sony.
It's not because Disney owns Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, because they could probably work out another deal with Sony and Marvel did.
Okay.
It could work.
Okay.
I want it to be a thing.
You just want to see Harrison Ford.
I do. Harrison Ford is
great. We're
great.
going to see him at some point anyway in another movie. If he doesn't keep injuring himself.
Exactly.
I mean, to be fair, the man's almost 80 years old, so.
Yeah, I mean, props to him for still doing stunts and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope he's not doing stunts still. I hope he's not
I
doing
think
his
he's
own.
doing like the basic ones,
Oh, my
but
Jesus. Anyway, so there's a quick little tidbit about our theories. But yeah, let's get to the actual review and see if any of these came true.
all right. So we just watched Uncharted in theaters, starring Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. So
So that's what you're leading with? You're not leading with you're eating. You decided to see. Okay, wait. All right, I'm going to start this over for a second because let's rewind, Danny.
Okay.
We were watching the movie, and there was a preview on.
yeah,
What was this preview for?
Wendy's.
And what did we get after we got out of the movie?
Well, okay. So I want to preface this. The commercial showed a honey hot chicken sandwich, fried chicken, pepper jack cheese, honey hot sauce, bacon, and fried pickles on it.
Basically, a fat kid's dream.
Yeah. How am I not going to order that after the movie, though?
Because fried pickles are disgusting. That's how.
Fried pickles are fucking amazing, dude. You don't even know.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. And I don't intend to know.
Ah, you little bitch.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway. So let's get to the movie now. Uncharted. So we were right. One of our predictions that we went through, what we just went through over here.
Yeah.
So it was a prequel to the games. Tom Holland kind of playing a 25-year-old version of Nathan Drake. Drake. Okay. They kind of
Nathan
did.
Trachea.
Yes. So they did the whole reenactment they did in the first game where Nathan and his brother Sam are kind of in the orphanage, and basically Sam gets kicked out and never sees Nathan again. He writes to him through postcards. I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So the thing Danny's trying to rudely interrupt me with is
Rudely. Okay.
rudely, yes, is that the younger version of Tom Holland's Nathan Drake looks like he's about 14, 15, somewhere in there probably.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be playing a 10-year-old.
Yeah, apparently. He's
This kid hit puberty like a fucking rock at 9 years old. That's what I'm saying.
It's like Jesus. Yeah, but that's actually not what I was going to bring up. I was going to bring up the fact that his brother. So they get caught at the museum talking about the map or whatever. They're going to steal it.
Yeah.
And then the police escort them back to the Catholic school, and then the cops are like, "Go get your stuff." Or like, pack up your stuff. You're going to jail or whatever. Like, and nobody escorts him upstairs. First of all, why would they even let him?
It's a Catholic orphanage, Danny.
I don't know, but like, it's a perfect opportunity for him to leave, and of course he does. But like,
Yeah,
it's fucking stupid.
It's weird. Like, yeah, you can get away with it, but like that also happened in the game as well. So like, they're not.
I get it. It's a means to an end. So
Yes, exactly. Just get the fuck over it.
that's what a lot of decisions in this movie are about. But
Yes, but the one thing I can't get over is the kid and his age. He looks like
that's very unbelievable. I don't believe
he could pass for 12.
Tom
maybe
Holland
13.
can barely pass for 25. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he really can. Can't, whatever. He did look a lot more grown up in this movie though than he does in the Spider-Man movies.
A little bit,
I will say that.
Yeah.
Like, he dresses nicer. He pulls himself together more like Nathan Drake would, and it kind of does its job.
One thing I do want to bring up about Tom Holland is that he is a lot different from Peter Parker. So he's got a little bit of range. We've seen him be like the spazzy teenage kid, right?
Yes.
But now he's still a little spazzy when he comes to like action scenes. He's like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
But yeah.
But like his back and forth with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God.
Like he's quipping back. Like he's like, formidable with like his quips and shit. Like talking to Mark Wahlberg, like getting back at him and
making
stuff.
fun of their heights.
Yeah,
It was
like,
really funny because Mark Wahlberg is notoriously very short, and so is Tom Holland. At one point, like Mark Wahlberg was like, "I'm like an inch taller than you, dude." So like that was really funny.
Yeah, but he really holds his own against Mark Wahlberg, and I mean, he's in a couple scenes with Antonio Banderas, right?
A few, yeah.
Yeah, not too many, but he still holds his own against these kind of like known actors, so that's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So back to the whole Spider-Man thing. This movie was filmed before Spider-Man: No Way Home and came out after Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah.
I think we kind of mentioned that in our No Way Home episode we did like last month.
We also mentioned it in the intro.
Yeah, we did. Well,
from what I remember.
Spoilers out. We recorded that intro like weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
much like this movie. Huh?
You're funny.
I know I am. Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
Yes, you're welcome. So yeah, we've already talked about Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg kind of doing really well, great chemistry. Antonio Banderas, spoiler alert, gets killed off, but he's not in the movie as much as you'd think he'd be. And the only thing I can imagine him being is Puss in Boots now. Puss in Boots. Like that's all I can ever imagine that voice with now.
I only recognize him as, I mean, I know him as Puss in Boots, but I always think of the dad from Spy Kids first.
See, I can't anymore. I used to, but ever since
It was a puss.
Shrek 2, man. Shrek 2 changed my life.
Shrek 2 is great.
Changed my life, man. Shrek is love, they say. Shrek is life.
Okay.
And we're done. And we're canceling Dan. All right. So.
Well, okay, so as we know that, you already spoiled it, Antonio Banderas gets killed by Braddock.
Yeah.
Who turns out to be the main villain.
Yes.
And I liked her. I don't know anything about this entire franchise. I thought she's okay.
Yeah, she was kind of made up for this game movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game movie.
So I don't know if she was ever mentioned in the games. Like, I've only played about 4 chapters of the first game and maybe like 6 or 7 of A Thief's End, the 4th game.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything in the middle. So I don't know if she's ever brought up like Braddock at all or that first.
I doubt she
mission.
would be. I think she sounds like she was just made for this movie.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't seem like, I mean, maybe Sully would mention her in the
exactly.
in the
That's why I'm like, oh, maybe that's where they got it from, if anything, but probably not.
But apparently they fucked. Because there's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's like a couple lines here and there.
They were definitely a thing, a duo in a way before Fraser really came into the picture, and then he kind of he, as in Mark Wahlberg, replaced Braddock with Fraser because I think Braddock betrayed him or he betrayed her.
Yeah, there's a little bit of story there.
Yeah, we don't really get the full picture. Excuse me, full picture of that.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's just kind of the backstory there.
I mean, let's just get into like the basic like plot of this movie. Okay. Sam goes goes off and starts doing his adventures alone. Meets Sully along the way, but then we catch up with Nate. They call him Nate in this movie.
He's younger.
Sorry, I burped.
Well, you're eating Wendy's, so
I am eating Wendy's.
I've been burping all day, so
it smells like fucking tacos and
shit. Dude, it was. I had taco nachos. I'm sorry.
Oh, taco nachos. Yes. Okay, I thought they were just tacos.
No, it was taco nachos.
No, like, yeah. So they call him Nate in this. Like, I always thought he was always Nathan.
Yes, for the most part. No, they call him Nate in the games, but it's more or less Nathan for the most part.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there are times like Sully will call him Nate or something. Like that's just kind of thing.
Okay, so it's not like okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was interesting compared to like what I thought, but yeah. So we catch up with Nate, bartending. He's like having like a regular day.
Yeah, in New York City. Yeah.
But so and then this is like the first kind of part where we notice that he's not really like completely golden, like heart of gold or anything like Spider-Man. This is where like the first kind of hint of like, oh, this is a different character.
A little more jaded.
He steals or he starts flirting with this girl who's a bitch to him basically, and
yeah,
I would take offense if she was talking to me that way, because he's just trying to get to know her and stuff. And then but then he's like fuck this and takes her bracelet.
Yeah.
Using the lighter. I love that kind of call back to the lighter. It keeps coming back because that was the last thing or one of the things that Sam gave him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sam.
Yeah, it's symbolism, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I love how it doesn't ever work except for that one time that they need it to work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we find out Sam's been sending him postcards and everything and just keeping in touch until he stops sending him postcards. And apparently Mark Wahlberg's character who introduces himself to Nathan at the bar was the last person who really works with his brother.
Right. Right.
So, yeah. And
that's good Wendy's. I just finished it.
yes, you did. Yeah, it basically goes off on a little treasure hunt through Spain. They have a little adventure in a Papa John's, which is a really funny scene. So like they start off in a church, ends up in a nightclub, and then end up in a hole. Fraser and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And it ends up filling up with water. And Mark Wahlberg is above ground, and they're like, the key. They have these keys that they unlock whatever.
They're like crosses.
Yeah, they're
like
cross
crosses.
keys. And so one is above ground, and Mark Wahlberg has to find it, and of course it's inside a Papa John's covered by glass. So he's like,
bulletproof glass.
Bulletproof
Because he literally
glass.
had to shoot it 3 times and then throw a person through
he
it.
threw fucking Braddock through it. Like it was hilarious. He tried to destroy it with a chair at one point. Like it was just like, oh my god, dude.
Well, yeah, I like these action scenes though because, like, you know, even when they go to retrieve the first or I guess the second key, because Fraser ends up having to set the first
You
key.
feel the stakes of the action scenes, and they did a really good job of them, especially with the sound editing.
Yeah, I liked it, and they messed up that trailer line though, where it's just like with the Scottish guy who's like, "I'm giving you a Scottish welcome," and then I loved it in the trailer. Which is like, what?
Yeah,
I love that better than like
he said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just doesn't work as well.
It's not as good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like that whole action scene where like where you first kind of find out that Sully's in it for himself completely. Like he's like, first rule you need to know about this kid is you don't get caught, right? Yeah. So it's like. And then, Tom Holland, Nate figures it out along the way. But, Nate is definitely, I'm not sure if this is like, it's probably accurate to the games, but I'm not sure if he's like the guy who wants to keep the team together, because that's what he really seems to be, like just the honest guy who just, like, I don't even know what's he's only in it for.
He's only in it for the treasure, not for the money. He's in it.
That Sully is.
Sully?
No, Sully's in it for the treasure and the greedy stuff, but I think Tom Holland's
just in it too because he wanted. So him and Sam wanted to do this together. They didn't want it for the money. They wanted to be the ones who discovered it. They wanted want the fame part,
the credit.
I think.
Okay,
yeah, the credit. And another thing they mentioned, another symbolism thing that was between Sam and Nate was the lost/gone thing, which was it was a really touching message where like. If something's lost, it can be found, but if it's gone, it's just gone. Like their parents disappeared.
Sam's pretty confident they're gone.
Yes, but we find out in the end that Sam might not be so gone.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool
which that happens in the games too. So like Sam was captured, like they show at the end of this movie, and.
Well, but that leads me to believe there's some backstory. So Sully really doesn't want Nate to know about.
I think he was correct in what he said, that he did just kind of leave him for dead because he saw him get shot. I think he did know that. He didn't know.
Oh, so Braddock shot him, and then he was left for dead by Sully, and then after that he got captured.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, because like at first, Sully's like, like he just ghosted me, and like I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's just Sully in general, though. Yeah. So. Yeah.
So Sully seems a lot more like a dick in the movie than he does from what I remember from the games. And I only played 2 levels, so
yeah, you didn't play into the game too much.
And it was Uncharted 3 when he's like really old, so more mature. Mature.
Yes.
As we mature, the relationship matures with us.
There was a good cameo when they first get to the. So they fall. Okay, the whole movie starts out with the whole plane scene you see in the trailer.
Yeah, which was in Uncharted 2. That was like the big action set piece to open the game.
Was it 3?
It wasn't 3 because I played that one.
It was 2?
It was probably 2, I think. No, because I started playing 1 and I played 3. I know that, so I think it's 2.
Okay, so it's 2. Maybe. We might be wrong on that.
I'm probably wrong, but
yeah, I don't know if I'd take Danny's word for it.
I know nothing about this franchise.
But yes, so it's very similar to what happens in one of the games. Shut the fuck up.
I muted my mic.
Yeah, you're doing enough. But yeah, so it's very similar to what happens in one of the games, and yeah, it's a really great action sequence. And they end up falling for this guy, and oh shit, what's her name? Fraser and Tom Holland end up on a crate together, floating through the ocean. They wash up on a beach, and sitting on the beach is fucking Nolan North, the voice of Nathan Drake in the game.
Yeah.
And it was great.
It was a great cameo. The only thing is I wish they didn't cut back to him after like that second angle.
Yeah.
Where they're like, or he says like, oh yeah, I've done that a few times, or I've ran into that.
I
problem
did that
a few
once
times.
before. I think.
Yeah, I did that once before. And then like they leave, and then he says, "Good luck with your adventure," or some shit like that. And we're just like,
that
they could have left without that
It was
one.
a little campy. Yeah.
But it would have been great if they just kept it to
You know
the
what
single
would have
line.
made it even better?
Huh.
If it was Nathan Fillion.
That would have been really great because he's in that Uncharted fan film, right?
Yeah, the fan film that was
Yeah.
made by who knows.
And from what I hear, he is a great casting.
He just looks a lot like Nathan Drake in general, and
Yeah.
plus his name is Nathan, so it's like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, well, I know he can play. He can play kind of like goofy, like charismatic, heart of gold because he's already done that in Firefly. So and also. This is a brief side tangent. We should do Firefly one time, and then we should do Serenity after that.
I've never seen Firefly, so
I've only seen 3 episodes, and it's really good.
okay.
It's like it's literally a space western.
Well, maybe. That's what Star Wars is, though.
It's like more western, like specifically
Even more
western. Like they
western.
have fucking.
Okay.
It's like if Cad Bane, like with the 6-shooter in the holsters,
Okay.
and like it has like the western theme music and everything. It's not quite Star Wars. It's like more western than it's just western, good, the bad, and the ugly in space.
Huh.
It's really cool. And then Serenity is like a couple years after the events of the show, and it's like a war movie in space.
Just Star Wars.
It's not fine. Whatever. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
Uncharted.
But Nathan Fillion, it could have been Nathan Fillion. Like I like Nolan North a lot, but it should have been Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, because I mean,
In my mind.
Nolan North should have been like I know a few. Isn't there like an intercom like point? They could have done something where like the security at the museum could be Nolan North's voice or something like that. That would have been a cool cameo for him because he's like a voice
They
actor.
probably only had him for like a certain day, and it was a certain time they were shooting, so they had to kind of work him in somewhere. That's probably what ended up happening. But it is what it is. It was still good.
Yeah, it was fine.
So now, while they're on that island, let's get into the weird ass part of the movie. So Tom Holland goes off on his own, sends Fraser off on a totally different path to
we should probably preface the point where like he and Fraser kind of like chill in like a hotel room or whatever.
wink wink.
Yeah, like I thought, was there kind of like romantic like tension between them? Because like
I
they
thought
both slept in
throughout
the same
whole movie.
They slept in the same bed, and like like he's chasing after her, and like they
knows?
try to they dance together and stuff.
Forbidden love. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, like they betray each other. And
But there's this code that Nathan thinks that his brother left him in these postcards that I mentioned earlier that he kept getting from him. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's like some kind of message hidden in them, and of course, being a Drake, he has these hidden messages that can only be done with a lighter under the paper.
yeah, and of course the lighter doesn't work, so he has to use a candle.
God, that damn lighter. And yeah, so basically he figures out where this is going and sends Fraser off on a different path and takes the real path for himself.
Right, because Fraser already betrayed him. Like after
It's his turn.
And like during the midpoint when they figure out like, oh, there's another map that leads to another thing. He's like, give me the map, and then she knocks him out and stuff. So I thought it was kind of shitty of Fraser.
Salty.
Yeah, because there's the golden pots that they think the gold's in. It's filled with salt. That's where the joke is. You've seen the movie if you're listening to this podcast. So
Yeah, I make a lot of bad puns. Yeah. So yeah, he gets to the boats with the treasure, all the gold. Braddock follows him there.
yeah, she spots him in the boat. She's like, what the fuck?
Throughout the whole movie, Mark Wahlberg has been tracking Tom Holland's character the whole time.
Yeah.
And he ends up finding him too.
I like the
nowhere.
callback where he's just like, you got a lot of apps open here. What?
Yeah,
like, oh
it
my
was-
God, you have so many apps. And he's like, I got a lot of apps open. That's how
Yeah,
I
it goes
caught
back
you.
to their chemistry. It was
Yeah.
perfect. It was
Yeah.
Tinder?
Hey, Sully's using Tinder. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was funny.
Mark Wahlberg doesn't need Tinder though.
No. Marky Mark can get it. But he's also a married man, so don't get it.
Bad Mark.
Anyway, Marky Mark finds Tom Holland. Braddock finds Tom Holland. Marky Mark and Tom Holland cuddle under the deck.
There's a lot of them cuddling.
Yes, they cuddle in the car in the plane, and then
for 10 hours.
For 10 hours, and then they cuddle again under the deck of the boat for whoever knows how long it took them to dig the boat out, and then get it attached to a fucking helicopter.
Yeah. See, okay, so you mentioned like this is like a mix of Indiana Jones and Uncharted, the series,
and Pirates of the Caribbean.
And I said based purely on this like final action set piece, it's Fast and Furious all the way
and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, and Pirates.
Yeah. So they hoist both of these ships that are, mind you, in a cavern, like this weird cave space with like a light shining above them, like through forest.
Yeah, it's the Philippines, and like there's a cave that they go. I'm just curious, like how did like the 18 men or whatever they're called, like get the ships in that cavern? Like how do they do? Because Tom Holland had to like swim under like a rock to get to the.
I think maybe
cavern.
they blew the cavern closed.
Maybe that would have been.
Maybe
cool.
that's what they did because they blew it open again when Braddock came in.
Oh,
so maybe it was like kind of just blown closed or something.
That makes sense.
That's what I would guess.
They went through a lot of trouble for this kind of like I was thinking like so this is ancient like in Spain. This is ancient Spain that they hide the map in.
Yes.
So it's a big kind of tunnel system leading through a nightclub in a Papa John's to this underground cavern. Like, so I get it, like in ancient times they would build all that shit, but like how would like modern day, like they wouldn't notice that like there's like this fucking tunnel system here when like they build around it.
Yeah, when they built around it and then there's a sewer grate and they could see right through it. That was very...
Yeah. It's like I know it's a movie and I shouldn't be questioning it, but like the government of Spain shouldn't like know this, you know?
I think because they were protecting that whole area, like with a bulletproof glass and everything, like they're preserving everything that's in that area. So there's like, okay,
I suppose that's a subtle kind of thing, interesting thing that they did there.
I don't know. It's a video game adaptation.
Yeah, so I mean, well, there's a lot to just like not believe in this because like Tom Holland falls out of a plane twice, lands in a car, and then lands on a crate that has a parachute.
Well, that's also kind of just a callback to a game.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like,
sorry,
you know what I mean?
I'm trying not to yawn.
Don't yawn.
Okay,
it's past your bedtime.
Shut up. I know. All right, keep going.
Yeah, but and then plus the whole action set piece at the end is like they're flying helicopters with these ancient boats that like I would thousands of years old with the wood. Like, waterlogged.
That wood would have fucking splintered. Like
the second they lift it up, like, there's no way that's surviving, especially when the other ship crashes into it. Like, there's no way. But it's a movie, and I had a lot of fun watching this movie.
I did too. It was it kept you interested. At least the most part, like, oh, what the fuck's gonna happen next? Like, this is already crazy enough. You've already suspended belief. Like, this is no way possible. But again, it's like, let's just have some fun with it. And Ruben Fleischer did have fun with this movie, I think.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, he's known for what he's did
Zombielands, both of them, and he's done.
He did something else that I watched that I don't remember loving, but I thought it was okay.
He did Venom as well.
Oh, he did Venom.
Yeah, he did Venom. The first one.
The first one.
He did 7 episodes of Superstore.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
But like I had a lot of fun, and I know the critics aren't giving this one too much praise because they, it's just a dumb action movie. But that kind of what it is. That's what it was from the start. So I don't know why people are tearing it down. Like I watched this kid on TikTok. He's like, he saw like I think it has like a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes or something from the critics, and then he's like saying like this movie is like solid. Like I'd say this is probably the best video game movie that I've seen. I can't think of any other ones. What, Assassin's Creed.
Well, if you stayed
Doom.
for the whole movie of Free Guy, you would know.
Free Guy isn't based on an already existing video game
It's based
property.
on a lot of different video games, though.
It's a shitty skin of GTA.
What did you say? You say he's a shitty movie?
It's a shitty skin of GTA.
Oh, you're gonna.
If it was an official GTA movie, that'd be okay.
We're
That'd be
gonna watch Free Guy in a few weeks on this podcast, and you're gonna fucking enjoy it.
I don't doubt it's a great movie. I'm just saying it's not a video game movie.
Speaking of things,
It's an original movie.
Speaking of things to get me upset.
This is a public service announcement for whatever the hell Dan is upset about today.
I'm upset. Well,
So Dan, what are you upset about?
So, the other day, actually no, not the other day, last night, I wanted to put peppermint extract in my shake to make it, a peppermint mocha type flavor.
So dumb, but okay.
Fuck you. It tastes great. Okay.
Yeah, admittedly,
So-
I bitched about Taco Bell for the first time. I'm upset. So go ahead.
Yeah. So, all right. So I mix that in, whatever, set that aside, put the peppermint extract back in my cupboard. It falls out right onto the floor. And like this thing is screwed on tight too. Like the cap it must have fallen in the correct space where just the very top layer of the bottle sliced off. It started pouring out all over.
At the top of the bottle.
The top of the bottle, like it was screwed on, like it's a plastic bottle cap. The top of it was like cut out, and it somehow it landed on my counter, and then it just spilled all over the floor. I don't know how the hell it happened, but now my whole apartment smells like peppermint, and my pants smelled like peppermint. My legs smelled like peppermint, and I couldn't sleep last night because I kept smelling peppermint when I woke up. And I was like, man, this isn't what I signed up for. Like, I just wanted peppermint in my shake. I just wanted a peppermint mocha shake, man.
Okay, fair enough.
So that is the reason I am upset today. And for those of you who didn't know what our I'm upset segment is, it's just we need to rant about stuff that's stupid that we end up doing on like a monthly basis, probably, I'd say.
Yeah.
Sometimes more than once a month, we will end up throwing one of these segments in there because we are dumb.
Yeah.
So
it could be something as stupid as not getting a naked chicken chalupa in your Taco Bell order that you ordered 2 of them, and I'm still salty about that.
No, we're not getting there again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to the movie now. Coming, reeling it in a little bit more.
Sully's mustache at the end of the credits.
Sully's mustache. Yeah.
Well, actually, that actually, I just reminded myself. Euron Greyjoy is the bad guy there. You don't know who he is.
I do know who.
Oh, you know who he is?
I know who that is. Yes.
Well, it was funny because that actor, Pilu something, everyone ragged on him as Euron Greyjoy because he didn't look like Euron Greyjoy from the books, who has an eye patch. And I'm like, oh, so they gave him an eye patch in this. I'm like, oh, so that's what that would have looked like. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Now you know.
Yeah. So I think I liked how they kind of. I hope if this gets a sequel because
they're definitely setting something up.
They're setting something up. And I would love if the sequel starts off like this is like they start off directly at this action scene,
kind of like No Way Home did after Far From Home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's like
just
starts
like
back
that.
to back. Where they're like, oh no, and we don't see what happens after that. But I would love to see if they continue that kind of story.
I guarantee it's probably just someone double crossing them again. That's most likely what it's going to end
probably
up being.
Just Fraser again,
or that's where one of the games starts. I don't remember exactly where the first game starts, but
I remember something about they're on a speedboat chase.
On an island. I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. If you want to correct us, go ahead. But
I never played the games.
I don't remember playing the first one, so I just remember I played like 4 chapters of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, another quick little thing is I noticed in the end credits that Tom Holland was an executive producer on this movie.
Yeah, good for him.
So that was cool. I think I remember reading somewhere that he's a big fan of Uncharted 4. So kind of what some of this movie was based on, because that's where they find out that his brother isn't actually dead and he's missing. I believe it's that one that happens in.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Maybe it's the third one. I don't know. Again, loosely take our canon with this video game series. Tom Holland, he's getting a little more than just acting credits now. So
Yeah, I mean, I like that he's kind of getting ahead of the curve because, like, you know, it's hard to break out once you're known for certain roles,
and especially getting pigeonholed in a role.
Yeah, like Tom Holland definitely being smart. I mean, he's still kind of typecast as like the kind of again spazzy young kid adventurer, you know.
Yeah.
So like that could apply to Spider-Man and Nathan Drake, but I like that he's dipping his toe in not only just acting, he's being a producer. He could be like Chris Evans, who said he wants to direct, you know. So I'm glad that like actors are being known for behind the scenes stuff as well.
Yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. And I wonder if this Nathan Drake role is kind of like a precursor of what we're going to see as his older Spider-Man. Is this kind of the because he definitely played an older character in this movie, and I wonder if that's the route he's going to go with where he wants Peter Parker to go, or if it's going to be more like
I think they're gonna
the devil all the time. I don't know, but like,
well, hey, devil all the time. He does great in that movie. So I mentioned that he has some range in this one, but like, yeah, that one he really showed his acting chops.
Him
and Cherry, he was pretty great in Cherry too.
Yeah,
even though that movie around him was kind of like,
yeah, he shines in most of the roles he's in. I mean, for the most part, all those roles are a little different too. Like he's not totally typecast right now, and I think that's smart. Don't typecast yourself into the spazzy Gen Z boy.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be known for that just because he looks and sounds so young. You know, he's playing a 25-year-old in this one, and he still looks 18 to me. You know what I mean?
He is 25, but
he's 25. That's fucking insane,
yeah,
dude.
no, he's my age.
Anyway, you want to grade? You want to wrap this one up and grade it?
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired.
You getting a little tired? Yeah, this doesn't. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, this is kind of. We should preface this is kind of a shorter podcast because this movie is it's
an action adventure.
It's light and airy. There's not much there. There's not much to really talk about other than, I mean, the arcs are like Nate finds out that people aren't to really be trusted, and he learns that kind of halfway through when he messes with Fraser. Sully kind of learns to be a trusting person, you know. So we get they meet in the middle there.
Yep.
So
and
I thought that was good of him to throw out the gold, you know.
Yeah.
It really comes to fruition. But you can feel it because it's like the whole movie. It was leading to get that, and they just throw it away.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like the real gold was the friendship we made along the way.
He's got a heart of gold.
Forever is too soon for that.
Yeah. So, yeah, what do you give this movie, Danny?
I know I'm the 80 guy.
Yeah, you're the 85 guy.
I'm the 85 guy. Yeah, I think it's a little lower than that. I don't think it's like I would watch this movie. It's kind of like
it's background.
It's not okay. So take this with a grain of salt. It's kind of like The Room.
Salt. Shut
the fuck up. It's kind of like The Room for me, where it's
okay.
but not like as bad, pure like objectively bad as The Room. But it's like it's not fuck. It's not bad. It's good, but it's not great. But I would watch it again. So it's like a 77.
Okay.
It's like a 77, but I'd watch it again. So like how I do my ratings on Letterboxd, I'd give it like a 3.5 star, but I would heart it. That would mean I would rewatch it again. So, for example, like a movie that like I would give like 4.5 stars to, but not heart, is like 12 Years a Slave, because I don't want to watch that one again.
I'm gonna kind of agree, but I'm gonna go 79.
79.
79. Just because, like, yeah, I would watch this movie again because I kind of want to. I also kind of want to play the games again now.
Yeah, I'm interested now.
Yeah, I have the entire collection. Well, yeah, I actually have all 4 games.
Yeah, I got PS Plus or whatever. They had the collection on there for a while.
Yeah, I have the disc version of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the last
physical media for life.
It's the last physical media I bought as a game.
Oh, nice.
It's the very last game I bought. Like,
good.
Physically.
Physical media for life.
No.
For life, Dan.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
No, you're not getting that out of me. But yeah, so the character development was well done for at least the main two main characters. The movie set out to what it was supposed to do. The trailers basically sold this movie as being like bonkers with the ships and everything, and they
like,
really hardcore sold the third act with this movie.
And well, I mean, not to cut you off, but that's something that like you don't see because a lot of trailers nowadays don't really sell you the movie that you see. If you know what I mean, like James Bond, No Time to Die was really sold as like a depressing James Bond movie, but really dark. When at the it was kind of goofy, you know, in my opinion.
I have to watch it again.
Yeah, well, I don't know the plot mechanics are.
Let's not get into that right now.
Yeah, but anyway, this movie was like, this is going to be fun. This is going to be action heavy. This is going to be quippy. This is going to be.
That's exactly what I thought Free Guy was going to be. That's exactly what I want video game inspired or video game adaptation movies to be with their trailers, like to sell us on that. And that's what's going to make people see this movie, like whether they want to or not. I mean, it's up to the viewer if they want to see it. But this one always piques me because I play the Uncharted games and it's just, hey, Tom Holland. Okay, I'm interested to see what you do with Tom Holland here, and I think he pulled it off for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't really look the part to me, but he pulled off, I guess, the spirit of the character, which is all I can really ask for. So.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for out of the game. Sure, he could have looked a little more like Nathan Drake, but what are you gonna do? You can't get a perfect version of.
And hey, I mean, they made like one of the first. Like good video game movies, you know? Yeah. I think Sonic apparently is up there. I didn't see it, but I heard good things. It's already got a sequel. So, you know, hopefully this one gets a sequel because I imagine it's better than Sonic. So
and have to Twitter bully them into changing the entire character. I mean,
that was good. Bullying can be good at times. You know what I mean?
But yeah, you gotta bully Twitter to change Tom Holland's face.
They turn it. They change it to the fucking Spider-Man remastered face.
God,
such a fucking mistake. They ruined it. I hated that change.
I don't mind it.
His original face looked fine. Go fix what's broken. What's not broken.
It works better with the next gen stuff. I think. He
looks like weird. A baby. Never mind.
He looks more like Tom Holland.
Whatever.
That's kind of what the Friday trying to say.
Whatever,
well.
Man.
You whatever, man.
Whatever.
All right. So we're wrapping this up here. We're gonna get off this little tangent here. So we are Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with the handle at Seen It Beforecast. That's SCENE. It Beforecast. And I'm Dan. You can find me on Instagram with the handle at Dan the Donut Man 1. That's Donut DONUT _1.
As Sean pointed out last episode.
Yes, Sean pointed that out in our Boba Fett episode, and
go check that one out too. By the way,
yes, we got a lot of information from there. Yeah, not just from the show itself, but from the Legends comics, from just Star Wars,
from the other TV shows.
Yeah, it's crazy. Clone Wars.
It's kind of creeping up on being one of my favorite podcasts that we've done.
That was a really
we got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I was very happy with the way that turned out, and yeah, I'm happy with the way this movie turned out too. Like it was solid, and I definitely will see it again. Not as many times as Spider-Man, but as my roommate Mike keeps reminding me,
keeps sending you memes.
Keeps sending me memes of Dan's seen Spider-Man for the 25th time. That's false.
You've seen it more than me, by the way.
I've seen it 4 times.
You've seen it one more than me.
Oh. All right, but yeah. So who are you?
I'm Dan. I'm Danny. You can find. I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram or Instagram at Danny_Was or my Letterboxd at DJ Was, and then or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was. So I've been posting a lot more there. I got reacting to my trailer reaction of Rise of Skywalker from 3 years ago, which I'm working on that one. So that was pretty cool. And I also did a Book of Boba Fett review recently, so I like that one too. So
you really stumbled there in the beginning of that, but you found your footing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got there. You almost went off script, and that's not what you do. You should not.
I need a script in front of me at all times.
But you did pretty well without a script there. So good for you. But yeah, it's been an honor to bring you the Uncharted movie here on Seen It Before cast. And, yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.